Boxing Academy. Xavier Miller, have I got it right?
That's right, yeah.
I've got the name right. Xavier.
Good to see you.
Good to have you, brother.
Yeah.
So how you been?
Busy.
Yeah? So tell me what's happened since I disappeared and I come back.
I'd say a matter of 6, 7 fighters.
Yeah?
Since the last list that I gave you.
Yeah. Okay. So who's been the new additions?
Boy, I'm not sure if I had K Possible when you were here last night. I think so. But I've got Junior Saba.
Yes.
I've got 2 kids from West Sussex. One Brandon Davies.
What part of West Sussex?
Near Brighton.
Brighton, isn't it?
Yeah, near Brighton, but I'm not sure exactly where. And I've just got Mark Butler.
Where's he from?
Same. They're in about the same area.
Okay.
Brighton.
Okay.
They're new additions. Also got Jose Lopez.
Okay. The look.
Yeah, a few more to the team.
Fantastic. So how are you able to cope with all these fighters and still give your best?
Easy, I'm organised.
Okay.
It's not hard.
It's not hard.
To be honest with you, it's easier. Because I've got about a good 7 fighters between super featherweight and light welterweight.
Yeah.
So most of my sparring I can do in-house.
Okay.
They run around all over the place like I was doing before.
Yeah.
And they all box different. So they get into sparring.
Yep.
I've got kids that have had 1, 2, 3 professional fights.
Yep.
I've got others that have had 11, 12, 13.
Right.
So I've got a nice
Nice.
balance. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And how do you feel things are going for yourself and the camp?
Really well. It's really. I mean, I've got all their dates, their fight dates.
Yep.
I've got everything well planned out. I know I've got their fight dates and how many weeks that they've got till they go in.
Yep.
When they can start easing off, taking their rest days. I've got a spreadsheet with all the amount of sparring they've done throughout the camp for their last fight, so I can gauge and see if they perform really well and go back and say, all right, we'll stick to that blueprint.
Yep.
Otherwise, maybe you might have done too much sparring or didn't do enough.
Yep.
Some of the fitness I do here on the punch bags, but they do have their own strength and conditioners as well, so I can gauge exactly where they are.
So all the strength and conditioning trainers these fighters have got, do you personally know them or do you send them to them?
I know them.
Okay.
Yeah, I know them.
So it's not a case of a fighter brings them on strength and
No, they
conditioning?
come highly recommended. I mean, most of them I got from Don. They work at the boxer gym, Don's gym in London. So,
okay.
So I'm very comfortable where I'm seeing them. And every now and then I go and watch them.
Okay.
What they're doing, yeah. When they've got
Okay.
time down there. So.
And what do you learn from that stuff?
I cringe sometimes. Because of the weights, sometimes they're lifting heavy weights and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm not. I didn't come from that.
Yeah.
But you know, boxing is done.
Yeah.
And you have to move all the time to keep up. So I just watch and learn, get an understanding of it. And it never looks like too much. If it was, to be honest with you, I would say something.
So do you see the benefits of it? Do you actually see the physical strength and the difference when they fight?
Definitely. I mean, I'm on the pads, so I can feel it.
So you can feel the strength?
Yeah. Sometimes they're more explosive. And if they perform really well and, you know, they look strong when going into the last round, like they're pushing the fight, I can tell. So I can tell whether they need more strength conditioning or maybe if they've had too much, and then I'll take a day off. Normally they go and see a strength conditioner twice a week. If I feel like it's not working how I want it to function, I'll reduce it to 1.
Okay.
Stage it that way. Remember, every fighter is built different, so some of the guys are muscular, you know, some of them don't need as much.
Yep.
But that sort of work. Some need more sprints, some need longer runs, so that's why I keep everything recorded.
So how's your relationship with road time? How does that work?
Very good. Good with Steve. I speak to Steve every 3-4 days. I speak to Steve Woodwin. We've got a good relationship. Always gives me enough time to get the fighters ready. I know that they're fighting. And I'll say yes, it's a good working relationship.
Great. Titles?
3. I think there's 3 in October. At the moment I've got Xavier, who will be in a Southern area title, hopefully a final eliminator. I've got Jose Lopez, I think, going directly for the Southern area belt. And K Possible is in another English title eliminator. I was hoping it's going to be a final eliminator. There's another one. I think if he wins this one, then hopefully he'll get on the rankings for the Commonwealth and he can start pushing on.
He mentioned K Possible that he was looking to fight Sam Mason, but that fell through. He found it difficult to get that fight. Why was it difficult to make that fight?
He didn't say?
Nah.
If I was on the other end,
Yeah.
I wouldn't volunteer to fight Kate Possible. Let's put it that way. So I respect it. I think Kate, if it was a final eliminator, then they would have been forced to go first place and then forced to take the fight. But it's a voluntary ceremony. It would have been a voluntary. And I don't think, me personally, I would volunteer to fight Kate right now. You know, it's a difficult fight. You know, Kate's a very good fighter. You know, he's mature. He's been there before.
Talked about Raccoon Noble loss.
There's not really much I can say about it, to be honest with you. Kay wasn't with me then.
Yeah.
I just know about it.
Yes.
I know that when it happened, he wanted to make a couple of changes.
Yeah.
So it's Steve that actually said to him, I think you should go to Xavier.
Yeah.
And since then, he's been amazing.
Two fighters have noticed the same thing about changes they've made. That they talk about being very rugged. This sort of like attack,
Yeah.
high energy.
Yeah.
They said since they've come to you, they've learned science. Learn how to look, how to take the time, how to be patient.
Yeah.
And they've given that as a tribute to you as a trainer.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Well, that's what I teach. That's what they're here for. I mean, a lot of the guys that have come here because I think they've seen some of my boxing on the circuit.
Yeah.
So I mean, even through the amateurs, everyone knows how I go about my business.
Yeah.
I do teach a particular style. I've got a preference to a particular style. Doesn't mean I can't teach another style, but I have a preference. Because I do have a couple of those kind of fighters that are high work rate, pressure fighters. But I know how to teach that as well. But obviously that style is something that was taught to me, so I'm more comfortable with.
So for those people who are going to ask what that style is, what does that look like? If it was a cake, what would it look like?
In terms of boxing, you know, the coach that I had was from Detroit.
Right. Oh, you mentioned that before.
Yeah, from Detroit. So it's a very relaxed, James Tony-esque sort of style.
Yeah.
I prefer those type of fighters.
Right.
I don't like anything forced. You know, good reflexes and just being intelligent.
It's great to see Dereck Chisora get a great win of the weekend, wasn't it?
Amazing.
I was commenting on that fight and I was saying it was like a father schooling his disobedient son with Takam. Takam was, every time Chisora would throw 2, Takam would throw 3 or 4. He'd push Chisora up against the ropes, you know. And then Chisora comes out and hits the ground and pulls out that huge right hand that lays Takam out. A much needed win for Don Charles's gym. Do you think Don Charles gets a lot of stick unnecessarily?
Absolutely. Don's been in the game a long time. When you're in the game a long time, you're open to be criticised. He's been around long enough to deal with it, to be honest with you. Yeah. As a coach, you have good days, you have bad days.
Yeah.
I think Don's done an incredible job. A lot of time Don goes up against fighters who are more decorated.
Yes.
And that in itself is a huge obstacle.
Yeah.
So people have to be a little bit more realistic at times.
Do you think it's because he hasn't had the, let's say, the golden pop? He hasn't had guys straight out of the GB squad, or you know, he's almost got like a Virgil Hunter group of fighters who have been either knocked out or beaten, and he does rehabilitates these fighters.
Yeah, he's done a great job with Frank.
Yes.
Frank defended the title, obviously the last one.
Yes.
Defended for the third time, didn't get it, but up until that point, Frank made a lot of progress. With Dereck, we've had Dereck forever.
Yes.
And you know, when you spend that much time with somebody, you know, one day it just all comes together.
Yeah.
You know, when you put all that time in, and at no point in that corner during that fight with Dereck did I ever think he was going to lose that fight.
Were you in the corner as well?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then Dereck was smart enough to place himself in the corner where we were.
Yeah.
And listen to instructions. And you know, me and Don, we've been around each other so long, so the information was the same.
Yeah.
And then Don's leading the line, and I'm supporting him. And just kept telling Dereck, just be patient, you know, throw the right shots, don't try and match his work rate.
Yeah.
They need to look for the quality. And I think Dereck did a great job.
What was the key? I mean, what was the key coming into the fight against Takam?
I think this time, I mean, this is only this. I think this is the first time I've actually been involved in some of the training with Dereck.
Yes.
I only trained Dereck about 3 or 4 times at this
yes.
camp. You know, we just worked on a few things, which was interesting. But I've been in the corner with him in the fight before.
Yes.
He stopped the guy in the first or second round.
Yes.
Another good performance. And I think he's just at that point in his career now where he's ready to kick on, and he's been there and done it.
Yes.
And he just looks comfortable and confident at the moment. Even the sparring leading up to that fight with Takam, he was sparring really well.
My boy,
his conditioning was good.
Jennings was in the camp.
Yeah, Jennings was good. I watched about 2 or 3 sparrings.
How was it?
Really good, excellent, competitive. Just what Dereck needs to get ready for this fight.
How good is Brian Jennings?
I haven't watched that many of his fights.
Yes.
But in the gym,
yes,
he's technically sound. He's gifted. He's skillful. And when Dereck was handling it, so good camp, good fight. Really happy to be involved with a fight like that, because most people thought that Dereck wasn't going to win that fight.
Yeah.
And for him to win it and it to be one of the best fights we've seen for a while.
Yes.
It's a good moment.
So where would you like to see Dereck Chisora next?
I know one of those other guys owns one of those titles.
Mal Shah.
I'd like to see him go for that. I'd like to see him go for that first, and then maybe going with Joshua and the Wilders.
How does he do against a Joshua or Wilder? Style-wise?
Two completely different styles, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think he has a very good shot with Joshua, definitely.
Yes.
Wilder, long range. Interesting.
Yes.
But you see Dereck's good at getting on your chest and working.
Yeah.
So I think he's got a good shot against either of them. It's heavyweight boxing.
Yeah.
And if Dereck is training right,
Yes.
and he's in the mood,
Yes.
he'll give anybody a test.
Mal Shah's definitely the fight that I'd love to see.
Yeah, I think that's a natural fight too, so that's what I'd like to see.
But there's another man, Dillian White, who fought on the weekend.
I think that's Dereck's preference. I saw an interview that I felt the other day. That's Dereck's preference. Most people know that Dereck won that fight. Really.
Yes.
I mean, obviously it was very, very close. It was a draw. You couldn't complain. I thought Dereck took it by a round. I want to run it back and run it back, but I would like to see him go for that.
What, the title? I'll avoid the Dillian White fight.
I'd see him fight Dillian White as well.
Yeah.
Maybe later next year. But if he got the title first, then it would be carry some weight in there.
You wouldn't you? So, what do you think of the Parker fight?
I'm not a huge Parker fan.
Okay.
Never have been really. I thought he was pretty skillful against Joshua, but still pretty limited. He didn't. I don't think he's got an inside game, so I think Dillian had the right game plan. Rough him up, work the body, chip him coming in. I was impressed with Dillian. Because of the rough house tactics.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say tactically the best fight.
Yeah. What about the whole thing Joseph Parker talked about being made set for life? This statement to say from a boxing point of view, does that say something about where your mindset is as a boxer? Is it dangerous?
I mean, to be honest with you, even I think is it Hughie Fury boxed before?
Yes.
Great. He wasn't that great when he won the title.
Yeah.
He wasn't that impressed against Joshua. So really,
4 fights.
He was just okay. I didn't see the fuss, but he's got a name here now. He's got 2 huge paydays, so I'm happy for him. Boxer's life is hard.
Do you think it's charismatic and people remember David Tour and they connect the Tour with the Parker and kind of like...
I'm a fan of Tour.
Yes.
I'm a fan of Tour. I like Tour. I think his rep is more interesting. I can't remember his name. His manager.
Oh, Dave Higgins.
Yeah, he's a bit more interesting than Parker. He's good at selling a fight, isn't he?
Yeah, so you think that's what it is.
Yeah, but Parker himself, I don't see it.
Luis Ortiz, where does he fit in the mix?
I think he is probably, for me at the moment, the most skilled heavyweight. I think he's most skilled. Clearly most people are avoiding him. I think he needs to be given a lot of credit. And he's got a long, extensive amateur background. He's dangerous. He's dangerous. They can talk about his age and talk about who knows him. They can do all that, but still they know deep down he's a problem.
So how great was the Olympic Tour win against And she's now.
Absolutely amazing. Amazing. I mean, for him to come back after that terrible round he had, and he's a champion. He's a worthy champion. And for me, he's number one.
How does he do against Joshua?
Over in America?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
No.
Why?
I don't know. I think Joshua should. I think they should make that fight here. If they're going to do it anywhere, it has to be somewhere. I think Joshua's got a better chance over here. He's been playing with a mind game. He's not getting to travel, and Joshua will be home with his friends. And I think he'd be better off here. I think he's got a better chance here. But I would say right now the fight is probably 65-35 in Deontay's favour. But Joshua seems to be getting better all the time. Not many people were impressed with his Victor Parker, but I thought he boxed really well.
Okay.
Really disciplined. If you don't have to get caught, don't get caught. And that's what he did throughout the fight. He hardly got caught with a clean shot.
What about against Povetkin?
I think he beats Dereck. But the only thing is that everyone's talking about Joshua. And I think it's a dangerous place to be in mentally.
Yeah.
And it's a voluntary, he has to defend his title as well. Yeah, as long as he's concentrating on the job at hand, I think he'll be okay.
Final question. Fury versus Wilder. If it gets announced and they fight in November, December, what happens and why?
If Fury had not had that long absence from Grim,
yes,
it's definitely 50-50. Because he could potentially outbox Wilder, but Wilder's still got that dangerous right hand.
Right.
And at the same time, I've got a lot of respect for Wilder's trainer, Mark Brilliant.
Yes.
Mark Brilliant was a brilliant amateur. And when Wilder wants to box, he can box, but a lot of people don't see it. Fury's he's an awkward guy, like an octopus. He just, I don't know. I'd have to favour Wilder because he's the more active fighter.
Do you think between the Seferi fight and this Pianetta fight, he's going to be ready enough time to fight Wilder?
Yes.
So you think Fury will be?
Yeah. The thing with Fury is he's got total belief in what he can do. He's mentally strong. So if he's telling you right now that he can beat him, then he honestly believes that. So mentally to me he's ready. It's just physically, when you're out boxing that long, and for those reasons, it does take something out of you. How much he's got left, I don't know. We have to wait until he's got a real challenge. But to me, I think it's more about the money. I think once he's had that fight, he knows that he's definitely set. And his family is set, the family after is set. So for him it's worth it. I think it'll be good for Box Nation, the team. So I think to compete with what another half are doing, they need to fight that big. So I think it's worth the risk.
Do you have a message to the people down there watching and supporting IQ Boxing?
Yeah. We've been open now for 6 years. It's called Neasden IQ Amateur Boxing Club. The pros train now at Don Charles Gym, so I'm still building the amateurs here.
Yes.
It's hard because there's not much money in amateur boxing.
Yeah.
So we have to fight for everything.
Yeah.
We need a lot of new equipment. So I'm going to contact the Kilburn Times at some point this week and see if we can get some support from the police and the locals.
Yeah.
And I think they should be putting more into this club because obviously there's a lot of kids that come here.
Yes.
We're helping the police with knife crime and antisocial behaviour, so they should be supporting the club more. I hardly get any support from anybody. Any funding that I have got, I've gone out there and got it myself. In the 6 years I've been here, I've had very good support. A couple of people that I know here were there. A governor from my school, she's supported the club a couple of times. I'm really grateful for that. But outside of that, there's clubs closing down all over the place. We need to support these clubs. They're closing youth centres, community centres. Start closing down boxing gyms, and we've got We've got real issues on the industry. So just need more support.
Thank you so much for that. Xavier,
Thank you.
pleasure.
Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Xavier Miller, IQ Boxing Academy, and this is Jones. We're out. Take care.